And clipped behind square for the single. And off the mark right away. I had a word, Stacey Ann, with Shane Dietz before this game.
And that in itself is a better start from the previous.
That's beautifully done. Just off the hip. Behind square will run away fine for 4. So first boundary of this West Indian innings.
And it's a shot that we expect to see from Hayley Matthews. She loves to play those glides for those deliveries that are wayward going down the leg side. So whipped off the hip.
First over gone. 7 runs on the board for the West Indies. Worked nicely into the onside by Matthews. He'll just get the single. Oh, this one slapped away. Beautiful. All the way to the extra cover boundary. No, saved. Hard work in the deep air by the Aussies, and it will be run 3. Well, it's a direct hit and a little appeal. Oh, this is just beautifully placed. Bisects the fielders perfectly for a comfortable 2.
And this is possibly, as you mentioned, rightfully something that the West Indians might have missed.
Oh, was it something as outstanding and as that? Let us see that replay. Hayley Matthews, a beautiful drive, straight as a die down the ground.
Yeah, it definitely was a great shot, but not as good as the timing from this. You just have a look straight through the line, past the bowler, and fielders had
glanced for a single off the last. Going nicely here, this opening pair. 19 without loss. Now, is it coming our way is the question. There's not a ton of wind out there today as there normally is. So hopefully it dissipates before it reaches us here in St. Kitts. And you can also join the WhatsApp community, the Maroon family. You stay connected even if you can't catch the game live on the go.
I ought to see some of the beautiful shots by both teams.
Again, finding the gaps so beautifully, both Hayley Matthews and this time Deandra Dottin really stayed hit and pierced the Australian field.
And what I like about it, it's an offside shot. So playing through the line from Deandra Dottin, the left-handed seamer, going across her, played a bit uppish, but
yeah, beautiful. Soft hands for the single to finish the over. Another good one for the West Indies, 8 from it. Yeah, this one was angling down the leg side anyway. Picked up early by Deandra Dottin and flicked away to the boundary.
Here these two batters are enjoying the pace on.
Slower ball.
Here in the 2 previous matches, she scored 6.
International. Both a little more expensive than they'd like. And a boundary off the first. Deandra Dottin feeling it this afternoon.
Yeah, her 3rd boundary of the match. West Indies women's 5th. Again,
For those of you new to the game, it's where the fielding side can only have 2 fielders outside the 25-yard circle. So they've stolen another run here, the Windies. Hand in the air. Oh, it's time for Dottin to walk. Lucy Hamilton, the youngster, with a breakthrough for Oz.
yeah, squeezed away by Matthews.
And with that win, Hayley Matthews uses width on offer.
Yeah, Lucy Hamilton would have feel good for her to get her first wicket. Deandra Dutt in a start, but just starting that one a bit too wide. And as you mentioned, with the wind.
She see any movement in. She does. First runs in international cricket, providing it's off the bat. The line has been very straight from the Australians. This field as well, deep fine and a deep square. Well negotiated as well. Just one to end the over, 48 for 1. Proactive option from Sau, and something you don't see a lot of West Indian batters doing, playing the sweep shot. Just to tell you, viewers, straight to the fielder, who was positioned a bit closer in. Georgia Vole, another catch for her. And this Australian unit continue to be a standout in the field.
The catching has already been sublime from Australia. You saw Phoebe Litchfield earlier with a low take in the slip.
Yeah, with the field as well, Kiri is so intelligent in the batter, probably expecting the ball to come straight. So if you're the West Indies now, how do you find the vacant real estate? Because there will be a few areas. Yeah, spot on, Stace. They were going well, these two. West Indies were 94 for 1, folks, chasing 264. To chip in more and not just get starts, but get a big 100.
And we've already seen it.
Should just be a couple. Probably has to start at a regional level. You look at the Super 50 Cup.
And we're seeing it manifest here in the way they're so professional as an outfit. So West Indies, 56 for 2 at the end of 13.
Moving quickly. Don't think Lauren Achenbach thinks there's any bat on that. Oh, she does. She's given her. She's sent Stefani Taylor, who's walking now.
Saw something similar earlier. Bounce and turn. No bat on it that time. Yeah, a bit of disbelief perhaps. 1. Yeah. Quickly get back for 2 after Mark Henry.
Glanced fine to pick up 2. Good start after a rain break. Well, not all of this, but luckily, too challenging for Talia McGrath. Was over her shoulder. They'll pick up a couple. Straight down the ground again. Well called, Stace. This one up and over the field as well, and a jogging comfortable too. So a good restart after the break here for the Windies.
Yeah.
Sling and a diving finish to that run from Hayley Matthews. Yeah, good running from this pair. 6 from the over. Ash Gardner into her 4th over.
Yeah, a number of young ladies right now growing up, watching on you in interviews when you ask them about their...
And she referenced, in speaking about that win, Jemima Rodriguez in the World Cup, Laura Wolfart's 150.
Just knowing that it can be done on the world stage and on the biggest stage, no doubt, in a World Cup. So they too can do it as well. New Zealand.
Yeah, we've been talking about representation and how much it matters. multi-billion industry, the sports industry, Stacey.
Yeah, well said, Alex. All that and
working the ball, turning over strike. Here, a little crash, boom, bang as Ash Gardner tries to collect that one, pouch it. Hayley Matthews hits the deck. They still steal a run.
yeah, right now I think these two will be thinking two of the most senior batters that remain in this lineup. No young Grimmon left to come later on. Then be there as long as possible so that they can launch at the back end.
The original inhabitants, the Arawaks, and it means the good or the fertile land. Interesting. Oh, it's an opportunity, too easy. Hayley Matthews kicks herself in the shin. And Australia with a major breakthrough, getting the all-important wicket of the captain.
Yeah, Alana King, she hasn't had the best series so far, but is showing what class.
Opportunity again, Australia catching everything everywhere. Well, it's another collapse of this West Indian batting lineup.
There has not been a blemish in the field so far from Australia. Anything easy and anything difficult they've taken. This is a wonderful catch from Georgia Wareham.
Gardner. And Chanel Henry continues with the positivity.
It's been some time since.
And because of that, there's no slip in place. Works for Henry there. It was the one thing, Stays, watching that partnership between Henry and Matthews.
Yeah, one thing we know with Liliana Grimmon, she's not going to go down wandering.
Definitely a bit of extra bounce there that just surprised both Grimmon and the keeper Mooney. Sluggish outfield with the inclement weather around. Something she told us she's been working on intently. A couple of runs for the West Indies, but we saw it from Afi Fletcher in the previous game as well. When they're on, my word, difficult.
And especially with the T20 World Cup just around the corner and everyone playing for positions and the disappointment when you don't, because there is pressure. This team has to be picked for that World Cup, so places are up for grabs.
The entirety of the series. Just on Chanel Henry Stays, she's 30 now. I heard Alex Jordan talking about her opportunities around the world. Convert. Top class from a young talent. All the way for 6 as well. First of the game.
Yeah, what a strike from Liliana Grimmon. Yeah, taking on the spinner Georgia Wareham. The informed spinner goes up and over. Yeah, you spoke about Chanel Henry, who a new role, a new position, vice captain of this West Indies team, responsibility, building an innings.
Mid-on is up, so very smart option. I think it just plugs, but no, has enough. Very productive over from the West Indies, 106 for 5. I remember seeing an interview stage, Liliana Grimmon, her favorite player is Chris Gale, with no fine leg in place. Spanked. And cheers from the crowd at Warner Park. Another couple for the West Indies. 111 for 5. The Grimman innings comes to an end, and she'll feel like she missed out, but this time long off was in place. She picked out the fielder easily.
Oh, this is beautiful. What a lovely cut. Split the fielders, run away for 4 on her home ground.
Yeah, take nothing away from her potential. And Jazara Claxton playing in front of her home crowd. Yeah, not one of the...
Oh, what a catch. Well, they've been spotless, Australia, in the field today.
Yeah, it's an amazing catch from Ash Gardner. But Jazara Claxton will be disappointed. It's a delivery.
It's a big swing and a catch taken. Celebrating the Aussies, and very slowly, finger raised by Maria Abbott.
And for Australia, another one bites the dust.
Well, good contact made this time, but a simple catch by Vol means that is 9 down.
Yeah, Karishma Ramharak attempting to clear the inner ring.
And Chanel Henry continues the productive innings. I think that might have gone all the way for 6. They'll check.
Henry, who has been starved of the strike, starved of run scoring in this period, she'll take this on as a matchup. Block it. She's played it on, actually. Blocking that one, but I think it came off of her hand, onto the bat, on her elbow, and then onto the stump.
Yeah, 2 deep leg side for the West Indies to start. Munisar will have the challenge of 2 things, actually. When she came on to bowl, she came on late in the power play. One of the best in the world at playing it. Reverse sweep, doesn't take long for it to come out. Any end of 1, 6 without loss.
Yeah, no surprises that she's immediately opened with spin. And it's also because of the low score on the board, West Indies.
Bowlers used her feet a couple of times with the ball spinning into her. Then in the book of deeds. Great dexterity on show. Another couple for Australia who are underway, 14 for none. For more, shot she's been working on adding, Georgia Voll, the ramp both to pace and spin. Already seeing the value of being able to score around the ground. Huge, and with the wind assisting as well.
Yeah, that's some power on show for you from Georgia Voll. It's always so aggressive against spin.
Again, the use of feet this time work for the deep cover to do. There's a pinch herself moment with Litchfield batting. Well done again from Glasgow. West Indies' last couple of overs have been good in the field. You see her at practice, stays live wire, constantly chirping at her batters, challenging them. She wants to be better. Should go into the boundary, it does. So Claxton, who was the only fielder position on the leg side, was in front. Couldn't stop it.
And of course, in the power play, so yeah, they have a lot of resources with bat in hand, long batting lineup, but they still want to be clinical, especially at the top.
I don't know what it is that Australia have over the West Indies. They just can't seem to win the West Indies.
I've also talked about how well the Australians hang in and play that long game very well.
Some wind to battle that ball, so won't carry. Hesitant in terms of an Afi Fletcher, who we'd likely see outside the power play. Another attempt to go over that long off region. Another time Glasgow does well to retrieve. End of 6, 36 for none.
We've talked at length about being able to bat full complement of 50 overs, put pressure on the opposition, I think.
His younger players to have going into the next one. The next World Cup, that is 3 years to plan. All these different facets. Result. She is some player, folks. A future star of this game, if not one already. Seen the reverse sweep, now the switch hit comes out. I think they'll just check to see if that made contact with the rope directly.
Yeah.
Should be another boundary, this time on the opposite side of the field. This is why she thrives in the power play, Phoebe Litchfield.
Yeah, Matthews just perhaps thinking, I need to pull my length a bit.
It's just a hallmark of the Australian batting is the wonderful use of the feet on display there from Vol. Oh, this one whipped away, fielded there. Is it enough? Yes, indeed. Jazara Claxton at home at Warner Park. Happy to poach Georgia Vol. Munasar again in the wickets.
Yeah, Munasar strikes.
Great use of the feet, and this one hit high and handsomely down the ground, all the way for 6. Phoebe Litchfield again.
She's been such a sight for sore eyes, Phoebe Litchfield. Her batting, her movement, her attacking ways.
Well, when the West Indies reflect on these couple of white ball series, Perry off the mark.
So just look at the run of form for Phoebe Litchfield.
Just like that, for example, will be fielded. Stopped by Afi Fletcher, cleaned up by Grimmond. Just the feet allows the timing to be that sweet. Perry got herself right to the pitch of the ball, and just a glorious stroke into the offside. Oh, that one missing the line, but well done, Deandra Dottin. The left-hander, not quite getting round to play the reverse, more of a... Yeah, really sure that was intentional. 22 years old, Litchfield, wonderful batter, great athlete, wants to run a second there. Well, insistent that she's going to get that reverse sweep off, and does it beautifully for a boundary off the last ball of the over. I wonder, from a West Indies point of view, and you made it.
I mean, you look at the target and you think to yourself, okay, it's a below par target from the West Indies, and
just out of the hands of Chanel Sao on debut, and she looks after it mournfully, hands on hips, but it means another boundary for Phoebe Litchfield. And this one whipped behind square two. It's going to take some chasing. If Grimmond can't get there, you know it's quick. So 4 more in trouble here, Claxton.
8 runs from 2 deliveries.
3 years until the 2029 World Cup. So opportunity for West Indies to follow suit and really develop. Chip down to it, lobbed it over. It's not a very fast outfield, but it'll be a boundary nonetheless.
The use of the feet on offer again from
11th half century in one-day internationals for this prodigious youngster from Australia. Take a bow, Phoebe Litchfield. It's been outstanding watching her all series long.
yeah, another half century to the youngster.
Heard Alex Jordan mention 11 half centuries in this format, to go with 300s and an average of close to 45 in ODI cricket. So one thing you notice at training sessions as well is again into the pitch by Clarkson, and should be another couple. And tried it again, that time though the line too wide. Perry accepts gleefully.
All smiles disappear. Yeah, and what an effort from Phoebe Litchfield. Again, the reverse coming in to play, and it brings her another boundary.
They can learn. Good that Stephanie Taylor is returning to form, and Perry continues to be in red hot form. Looks like some good fielding from the live wire. Well executed from Elise Perry, who supported Phoebe Litchfield in this partnership of 81 nicely.
Yeah, this has been an innings of authority from these two. Yeah, reverse from Litchfield, just picks up the 2 runs.
That is the end. They wear gold for a reason. They are the standard, this Australia side. Formidable unit, win another series, 5 series wins in a row.